Previously on World's Strongest Man.
So much has happened this week in Bradenton. First off, there was that business with the storm. Windy. Heat 1 then saw Jerry Pritchett blowing everyone away to reach the final. Everyone, that is, apart from the man they call the future, Luke Richardson. No, Luke, I am your father. Heat 2 was dramatic. Kevin Ferries all smiles and shoulders, leaving the others in his Ferries dust. Poor old Evan Singleton popped his bicep, but at least that gave Bish another bash. And another Brit made it through. Hang on, did I take a wrong turn there? Heat 3, Alexei Novikov, woof. And Tom Stoltman, with his stone-cold masterclass, made it 3 British athletes through. And as I swim in the sea on a horse, I can't help but wonder, today, could we get one more from Heat 4?
I only started Strongman just as I turned 25, and I hadn't done any heavy lifting prior, and it's just taken to me, you know, like a fish in water. From the first Strongman competition I did, the training, the people I've met, I mean, 99% of my phone book is Strongman related people. It's almost like a bug, a disease, or maybe a mental disability that I have, but I just always want to come in the gym, get better, get stronger, and it's just that drive to get stronger and get better, because there is no limits and there is no ceiling. It's almost giving me an extra beat in my day, you know, for when I get up in the morning, from eating my first meal, you know, just how I go about my day through training. It just gives me something to focus on. You know, my kids actually love being in the gym, so it's given them something as well. It's just given me and my family something to enjoy for a very long time. I try and take them to me with every competition I go to. I try and take them all with me. I train nearly every training session with my wife. We bounce off each other. I like having her around. She's my best friend. You know, like if I'm having a bit of a low day, having my wife around is a really good thing for me, because, you know, she's just a very positive person. The difficulty in having jobs, family, you know, that's kind of why I had to take a step away when I won Britain's Strongest Man, because, you know, I've been there before where we've just had our second child. I know how hard it is to adapt, to balance, to juggle everything, and I'm sure a lot of guys out there can relate, you know, with jobs, kids, and they want to go out into the gym and train. I actually have 2 jobs now, so I make it even harder for myself. I've never felt like I need to prove myself. I'm not a big speaker. My performances always kind of speak for themselves. I'm going to Worlds with no pressure. You know, I think I've been around a couple of years now where, you know, my strength's been very good, my ability's been very good, and I deserve recognition for being top 10 in the world.
Well, look at that. We've been joined by another Mr. Ed. Eddie Hall, 2017 World's Strongest Man. Eddie, lovely to see Graham there with his family.
Yeah, you know what, Graham is very blessed, a very lucky guy to have that behind him. Good family like that keeps you inspired, pushing forward, be positive, do some great things in life.
He's been to the World's Strongest Man 5 times before without ever making the final. Could he be a, dark horse this time around?
You know what, yeah, he could. He's got some great events, got 1 or 2 weaknesses, but I really feel as though his strengths outweigh the weaknesses.
What about the main attraction of Heat 4, JF Caron?
Caron, you know what, usually Caron competes every single weekend, but because of the current situation, he hasn't, which means he's done more training, which means he's bigger, stronger, and to be honest, I've spoken to him, he's feeling very, very confident.
Well, that's interesting, because the top 3 last year aren't here, and he is the guy who came 4th in Bradenton, so presumably he's got to be among the contenders.
Well, maybe that's a sign. I would not be surprised if JF Caron came out and won the World's Strongest Man. He's a phenomenal athlete.
Wow, let's get Heat 4 underway then. All this talk of hicks and horses has got me ready for a farmer's walk.
Well, me too, James. And yes, the farmer's walk, the first event of Group 4. 150 kilos in each hand. You have 60 seconds to carry them end to end. Do not drop them, though, in the danger zone. Well, that's that.
Representing Great Britain.
So Graham Hicks up first. Took to this like a fish in water, he said. I don't know if that's better or worse than a duck to water.
Take a grip.
I think it's pretty good, you know.
Yeah, it's wetter.
So the grip, all important, Danny. It's very thick, these handles. And Hicksy, of course, he's, what, maybe 5'10". He's not the tallest. His hands aren't huge compared to some of the other guys.
Oh, well, that is a surprising turn of events. Expected much better there from Hicks.
Yes, I want to put that one behind him quickly. 7.47 metres, Danny.
So we move on to the Icelander, Ingolfsson Melstedt.
Take a grip.
Well, he's being started by an Icelander here. Magnus Sverre Magnusson, 4 times world's strongest man. Though I don't think he'll get any extra nice judging from Magnus. He's not famed for it. Oh, goodness!
Well, another very, very quick event there.
That's a shock, you know. We've seen in other heats that have gone so far, they've done 4 lengths, 5 lengths, but 5 meters, wow.
We move on then to the Estonian. Toits works as a paramedic in an Estonian prison. First time here. And if a suitcase, Colin, is about 20 kilos, each of these logs is about 7.5 suitcases.
So 15 suitcases in total, right?
You got it. And we're off.
We are indeed. Time's ticking, 60 seconds in which to complete as many of these runs as possible, and no one's done one yet, so is it possible? It is, we've seen it. We've seen it done in other heats. He's just got to get the front of those over. White line, yes, he's done it. That's safe.
So he can just take a moment, reset, still almost 40 seconds left. And he is, of course, in the lead.
35 seconds.
When you suddenly think of it as 15 heavy suitcases, it becomes a whole lot more awkward, doesn't it? And they have to try and hold these away from their legs. So if they swing in and start hitting their knees, they'll go over. He's going very slowly, though.
He's starting to struggle, isn't he? Is it his legs? Or is it his grip?
He looks at his hand. I'm not sure, though. He was complaining about some knee problems earlier, but...
Let's hear it.
Well, 18.76 for Erwin Toits. That's enough to lead.
Yeah, no one's exactly walked off looking ecstatic so far, but he's got plenty to be happy about. Well in the lead, to then to come.
Absolutely. And we'll be saying bonjour and ça va and any other French we can remember to JF Caron after the break.
Welcome back to the SBD World's Strongest Man. You know the score. Hurricane Eta turned up. We've hunkered down in the Bradenton Convention Centre for the heats, where so far in event 1 today, 3 men have already walked the walk. Now it's over to Colin and Danny to talk the talk.
Well, thank you, James. So yes, 3 men gone. British hopeful Graham Hicks would have hoped for more. Ingolfsson Melstedt from Iceland was happy. Not sure why. Before Estonia's strongest man set down the marker with a distance of 18.36 meters. We move on then to the American Bobby Thompson, another debutant, Colin.
Yeah, big Bobby Thompson, only 27 years old. Just waiting for his orders from Magnus Sverre Magnusson, who's the referee and crowd today.
A lot of responsibility on him.
Yes, indeed. It's a very odd situation to have to compete in. Obviously, the world's in a strange situation right now, but these guys are so psyched up, screaming and shouting out the back, and then it's virtually silent in here. But inner focus for Bobby. He makes it 12 meters.
It's a good start, strong start, still over 40 seconds.
I mean, it's like he's in 5th gear compared to the other 3 guys before him. Goodness, in the lead, comfortably. We're at 22 meters now.
Real pace on him, Bobby Thompson. These things so hard to lift up once you've put them down.
Just got massive core strength, nice long legs compared to some of the others, and a solid grip. I mean, that's the key here. Is grip's number 1.
Well, he shows no signs of slowing, really. Very determined.
Yeah, Toits is a bit of a knee problem, is what it is, and just under great discomfort. You imagine 660 pounds extra, puts a lot of pain on the knee. 2 seconds to go. Oh.
Little speed up there at the end, a dramatic dive. Worth it, though, for Bobby Thompson.
Yes, indeed, yeah. So that distance counts as well.
In his first world
45.59 metres, and Bobby Thompson takes the lead in the Farmer's Walk.
Good effort, almost 46 metres. That's, gosh, 30 metres further than the others did. 40 metres over Melstad.
Well, always a favourite. Pretty much always here. 10th time at World's Strongest for JF Caron. But always the bridesmaid, never the bride, Colin.
Not yet, anyway. I think this is the year for Monsieur Caron. He's been 5th 3 times. He's been 4th last year. It just feels like his year to get at least on the podium. Wow, he's not messing around. He doesn't need to go this fast. He's almost out of control there. He's got to be careful. He's just got to beat Bobby Thompson. That's his goal.
Well, that's good. He's re-chalking his hands.
Okay, now he's a bit more sensible with the grip. He's got a famed grip. I mean, a legendary grip. He slaps that paw on you, it's staying on you. So it's not going to be the grip that gives out here with him. And look at that, sensible. Left a little chalk down the end.
Well, up it goes again. 25 seconds left here.
He's in comfortable control. This will take him up to 32 metres. Now, he's got to get back down the other end. Actually, he's running out of time. He was quite deliberate, almost too deliberate there. His pressure's on.
Well, he needs to get it to the end.
That's 42.
And
He's
now,
got a charge.
Give us anything, Caron.
4 metres to beat him. I think he's done it.
Think so. Just drops them down. That's the strongman equivalent of a mic drop, the log drop, and he's happy with that.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much, he says.
Let's hear it for
Well,
the winner.
48.2 metres, meaning, well, he's not just leading, he's won it. And he knows it.
Easy.
And he says it's easy.
Facile, no less. Well done, Monsieur Caron. He's very much within himself there, and I think everything was calculated. He had to. He could have done a lot more.
But he didn't have to, Colin, because look, 48.2 metres puts Caron right at the top of the Farmer's Walk. Disappointing there from Hicks, but once we share the points out, well, nothing much changes, really. JF Caron gets 5 points for winning the event, and he's with James and a smiling Eddie now.
Well, winner of Heat 4's first event is JF Caron. Jeff, you made that look kind of easy. How much of an advantage was it the fact that you went last?
Oh, it's a big advantage, you know. You know what you need to do. And I know the distance when I need to beat, and just take my time, take time to recharge, no rush. And I can win the even not so hard. You know?
Okay, other guys in the group, though, did find it hard, really struggled to get it the same kind of distances. How much pain was that putting through your hands, through your fingers?
But for me, it's one of my best events. Then it's not so much pain. But, you know, when I came here, I'm thinking I need to go first.
Right.
Then I need to fight for 5 distance, maybe more. It's a big difference, but I'm happy to go in last.
Yeah, absolutely.
Caron, how many times have you made the final?
I make already the final 7 times.
How many? And you've been 4th. How many times now?
4th last year.
Yeah.
And the 3 years before, 5th place.
Right. So you've been 5th, and then
Yes.
4th.
Then the podium is my goal since long time.
Yeah.
I think this year I have my chance.
I think so. There's one thing I will say about you, Caron. Out of all the athletes, you're the one that goes away and works hard in silence. You don't throw anything out on social media. You just come back and you deliver, and you look strong. I'll say that.
Yeah, you know, I like keep my training for me.
Yeah.
But I watch the other athletes a lot on YouTube, like you, and they inspire me a lot also and motivate me to train harder. But this year I don't compete. Normally we compete every weekend sometimes in Canada. Then I'm 100% today, and I hope I can make the feat on this podium.
Let's see if you can carry on, JF Caron. Many congratulations.
Thank you very much.
So we move on then to the squat lift, and there are more complicated events than this. Lift that as many times as you can. It's about 50 stone, Colin.
Yes, indeed, just squatting up and down. I believe it's over 12,000 ounces, Danny.
Representing Iceland.
So, Ingolfsson Melstead, first to go. Obviously had a very disappointing Farmer's Walk. and will want to prove himself here.
Well, you would expect an Icelander to turn up as a good power lifter, so to speak, someone who can squat and deadlift at the world's strongest man. These guys seem to be brought up with it at primary school. I'm not quite sure where they all learn it, but you never find a weak Icelander, at least I haven't. And that looks solid. Touches the pads, and that gives you the green light, so to speak, from the referee that you've squatted deep enough.
Just uses those first couple of squats as well, just to work out how far those pads are away.
Yeah, now he's almost speeding up the drop now to try and get a little bounce. He's got to be careful. If you look, he's a little bit skew-whiff with the bar there. His right shoulder's dipping a bit.
Well, to his sixth. Oh, and that will be that for Ingolfsson Melstead.
That's the gamble of trying to bounce it. You know, it's you're going to hit one side first, and then it's going to go all skew-whiff as it did, and corkscrew on the way up. He's seeing stars now.
Ingolfsson Melstead.
Well, that's 5 reps then for Ingolfsson Melstead.
You can be very proud with that. 5 at 700 pounds with this very awkward bar, Danny. I mean, the weights do not rotate at the end without also rotating the bar itself.
Representing Great Britain.
So another man
Graham
who needs to put in a good performance. Graham Hicks. Another disappointing farmer's walk for him.
This guy is an unbelievable squatter.
Well, look at the legs.
I mean, yeah, not like tree trunks. I mean, they're bigger than that. They're something like 38 inches round each leg. I mean, it's a solid waist, each one of those.
And this looking pretty easy for Graham Hicks so far. Slightly off balance there.
Yeah, but he's so strong, he just bullied it back into the groove. Very impressive.
Well, that's 6 reps already, so he is in the lead.
And he's going really deep as well. Just gets a little bit of a stretch reflex at the bottom, bangs it up again. He's really in the groove here, going well. Double figures, excellent stuff.
Just taking a moment. Ooh. That may have been his undoing.
Yes, I think it was. He sort of just kept going in the groove. His eyes a little bloodshot. Maybe, unless he didn't take a break early enough.
Representing
Just got hit with lactic acid.
You know, I think he was probably aiming for 10. Got to 10, took a break.
Yes, I think there's a big psychology behind that, isn't it? And then it's getting the groove again. That's the thing. You take those first couple slow and then build up the speed. You stop. They can cause problems.
On to Toits then. All 6'4" of him. That was just stretching. I thought he was taking mild adulation from the crowd.
Yes, all one of them at the moment. It's I'm afraid pandemic rules here. So then, himself placed well under the bar with a big breath in. This is all an exact routine every time. Probably 2-3 steps, head up, breath in again.
Just trying to find those pads, work out. I mean, they...
Ooh. Oh. I was just about to say, you know, Danny, he was talking about a bad knee after the Farmers. And he hadn't really told anyone about it. He came into this as a debutant, just wanted to get here, and I think he's hurt himself in training beforehand. And yeah, I guess a bit like getting your Olympic call-up, he wanted to get to World's Strongest Man, and something's not right. He can see it all over his face, and also it was a one-way ticket down. That said it all. He's got massive legs as well. He can't squat normally.
Well, Toits gave it all he had, but it was a bit too much.
Yeah, it's the same leg. In fact, he's grabbing higher up. It's the quad he was grabbing. Let's hope he's all right.
Well, we move on then to the American Bobby Thompson. He is a logistics contractor. I have no idea what that means, but he's also a bouncer, and that makes sense.
I think it means he organizes the other bouncers.
Got you, got you.
Just a guess. Big Bobby. He's really worked hard, you know. Just a few years ago, he was in a tough place, and he found weightlifting, changed his life. Just everything started to fall back into place, and here he is. Now the world's strongest man. Had no idea quite how powerful he was.
Well, they call him the American Nightmare. He wanted to be called the American Daydream, which is nicer. But the other strongmen thought Nightmare made more sense, and look at this.
Tell you what, this is impressive. 8 reps. I thought Hicks might have his own way in this event, but maybe not. Here's to equal Hicks, number 10.
Well, what else has Bobby Thompson got?
The American Nightmare for Hicksy now, 11 reps. Doesn't matter how many more he does, he's beaten Hicks, and then we still got Caron.
Well, Bobby Thompson, exhausted, but takes the lead with 11, and you'll like this, Colin. I think the American Nightmare has found his American dream.
I do like that. It's a heartwarming story for Big Bobby. And Hicksy won't like it, though. Goodness. I did not expect that, Danny.
Well, did Caron.
JF
And will he change whatever he's got planned?
I'll tell you what, this guy can squat. He's famed for his deadlifting, but he's put up some world-class numbers in powerlifting, just like Hicks had. So, you know what? It's who can control this weight on your back. It's nothing like a normal weight in the gym. A weight in the gym, you stick on the end and the weights spin. This thing, you've got to hit it off something, and they don't spin. The whole thing rotates in your back. It's like a live weight on your back. It's horrible.
Well, just look at, you're really selling it, Colin, but look at the focus, the determination, and just the sheer power of Caron. Now he's managed 8 reps, 11 to beat from Big Bobby Thompson.
He's been very precise. I guess that was my point, Danny. He knows to be super precise here. He's seen what's happened to Hicks. He's looking like he's seeing stars, though. This could be a battler. He's equaled Hicks. Oh!
Wow. Well, he's equaled Thompson, and that was enough for him.
Yes, he got given that last rep there, sucked it off his shoulders, nonchalant fashion, but Magnus Fair had given the good squat. 11 it is, same as Big Bobby.
And that was the moment. He just had enough. Just let the weights drop to the ground, something you're not allowed to do in your local gym. You will be reprimanded, or subject to a small fine.
Squat goals. JF and Bobby joint first in event 2. Graham Hicks just missing out on a share of the spoils in an event he might have hoped to win. Still, he was comfortably clear of Melsted's 5. 2 events in then, and it's tight in the race for first place. And while Graham Hicks looks a long way from taking the automatic qualifying spot, with Teuch injured, he's still looking good for a place in the stone-off if he can finish top 3. Let's get his thoughts now. He's backstage with Eddie Hall.
Graham, that was an amazing performance. 10 reps on the squat. Now, normally that would win any group, but unfortunately, you had 2 guys that did 11 reps, tied first, and put you in 3rd place. Looked like you had a lot more reps in the tank, if I'm being honest. What happened?
2 things, really. I rushed, and I just don't think I kept tight enough as the reps got on, so it just caught me out the hole. I've done 15 in training. I'm a bit disappointed, but you know, the goal for me in this heat is to finish top 3, give my chance to the final. You know, it's going to be a stone off, so just keep myself in the running. I'm quite happy. You know, I'm not squatting in a suit. They were quite like.
You did that raw.
It was raw.
Everyone else was in a suit, so that makes a big difference.
You know, it's just something I've not really got into. I'm quite against suits. I would rather just wear sleeves as well. I don't like knee wraps. I just like to be all about power and not equipment. So
I can resonate with that.
Yeah.
Well, I think you're doing great, and good luck for the other events, mate.
Cheers, buddy.
I'm sure we're going to see you in
Thank
the final. Good job.
Well, we'll see what Graham has up his sleeve in our next event, which features these flipping beauties. That's coming up on World's Strongest Man. Welcome back to Bradenton, Florida's Sun Coast ambassador, with its lush coastline, idyllic barrier islands, and welcoming vibe. And monster jam trucks. Woof. These highly practical vehicles are based just up the road. They're pretty tough to break, but we managed to get hold of some bits and pieces for our next event. Here's how Heat 4 is looking. Caron is in charge, a point clear of Bobby Thompson, with Graham Hicks with a bit of work to do if he's to become our 4th Brit to qualify. Back to Colin and Danny.
Well, thanks, James, and it is the loading medley, but what will they be loading? Well, we've got an engine block, a rear diff, very uncomfortable wheel hub, a couple of massive tyre rims, and they sort of range in weight from between 220 and 300 pounds, Colin.
Yes, it's a sort of smorgasbord of monster jam, monster truck parts. These fellas have to manhandle down an 8-metre course, sprint back, get the next one. 90 seconds to do it. You get the idea, and here we go. Got to put them on and make them stay on. The tyre rims have to stay upright, but this is the rear diff. This is actually the heaviest of all of them. Just shy of 140 kilos, so heavier than Melstad and a little lighter than Hicksy.
And Hicks just nipping ahead as Melstead manhandles that onto the plinth. These tyre rims
can get goofy, that's for sure. That was an odd one from Hicksy there. Didn't quite get on his shoulder, but decided to start running.
Onto the wheel hub.
Your favourite?
Yes, my favourite. I always think they look like they're driving very small cars. And the final tyre rim.
Oh, Hicksy's really struggling on these rims. He's going to lose this if he's not careful.
Well, absolutely. Ingolstadt Melstead, hands off. That's when it counts. He's forgotten.
Jeez, what a rookie error that was. Well, Hicksy didn't quite catch him, though.
He knew he was close, though.
Ingolstadt Melstead with
well, 52.1 for Ingolstadt Melstead. Should have been a lot faster. Forgot to take his hands off the implement. And 56.35 for Graham Hicks.
Yes, I'm afraid someone blew a gasket there. Hicksy looked good up until the 4th one. That's the rear diff. He was still in the lead then.
In lane 1,
we'll move on then to the American Daydream or Nightmare, depending on your point of view. Bobby Thompson. Will he be a nightmare?
In lane 2,
for JF Caron.
Canada,
another very clever thing to say there. He agrees.
Engine block, 270 pounds, thereabouts anyway. No problem.
No problem at all for the Canadian Caron.
No need for chain and pulleys with these guys.
Onto the rear diff. Pretty much neck and neck at the moment.
I mean, that's a monster truck rear diff. It's not just a normal truck rear diff. These things are huge. That's a tyre rim. I mean, look at the size of it. It's ridiculous.
Down it goes. Has to remain upright. And again, they have to take their hands off at the end, Colin. Otherwise...
There's the slow steering wheel move, Daddy. You love some... Oh! It nearly went off the end there.
Very close. Needs to be a little more disciplined.
Caron, he'd have to have gone around and picked it up, but look at the time, 44.45. Tremendous.
That's a great time for JF Caron.
It's going to be close to Melstead. 52 something was Melstead. He's okay, it didn't fall off. They'll give him the first time when he took his hands off, I think, for Bobby. But there's a clear winner there, Danny. Monsieur Caron, once again.
So, although we know, it's nice to make it official, JF Caron with 47.13 wins the loading medley.
Yeah, that was a done deal, but has Thompson beaten Melstead? This is important for Hicks.
5 objects in a time of 53.06.
Very good news for Hicks. So the race is still alive, 53.06 for Bobby Thompson. But just a perfect day for Caron. 3 events and 3 wins.
From Canada, JF Caron.
The Canuck opening a can of whoop-ass on the competition there, almost 5 seconds faster than the rest, with Graham Hicks coming last. JF wins the group then. The next event will decide who'll battle for the other qualifying spot. If Hicks can outpress Melstead, he'll get a place in the stone-off.
But it's the log press first. 75 seconds to lift, well, a log like that, 150 kilos over your head, hence overhead. Currently second in the group is this guy, Bobby Thompson, 4.5 points ahead of Hicks.
Yeah, normally this would be a mouth-watering clash between the two of them, but In many ways, it's Hicks. How many can he do? And then in the next pairing, Melstead, as they're equal down in third. One of them's going to get dropped from the stone off. One of them will be in with a shout of the final. And the other question is, will Bobby Thompson go for a big number here and try and go through in first, try and beat Carroll, and then hope Hicksy and Melstead beat him at Carroll? Oh, no.
There's your answer, Colin. You asked a question. A little bow there from Thompson after one overhead press, and he is done.
Well, he's playing a very risky game there, Thompson. He's now going into the stone off with either Melstead or Hicks. And Hicks now, this is a confusing one for him. He doesn't know quite how good Melstead is at log press. We've heard he's pretty good. I mean, he's a very stout figure. He's got some big numbers in the gym, but it's his first world's strongest man. Hicksy's on to 6. He is prodigiously strong overhead, Hicksy. He could do probably double figures here. We still have 30 seconds, but every rep he knows he's looking to the right and seeing the guy he's probably going to be stoning off against. And will he wipe himself out? How much energy does he burn? How much does he need to burn with Melstead?
All this is very unusual, slightly unsettling, I would say, for Hicks. He's managed 8 reps. Doesn't want to tire himself out, but has to do enough.
It's very confusing what's the exact amount. He's probably debating in his head. No more debate time anyway, that's it.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I reckon 9. And he's happy with that.
I think that's a good number, you know. I can't see Melstead doing that. I've heard what his PB is, and it's nowhere near what Hicksy's is.
USA's Bobby Thompson.
Well, he got the one he came for.
He seems almost a little embarrassed, or is that sort of... Yes, a slightly smug look, like, yeah, that was good watching the other man tire himself out, because it's not long till the stone off. Hicksy, I think he was still pretty within himself there, you know.
So, JF Caron, and this will be interesting. Such a long-standing and popular figure here at World's Strongest. You like that? You give me 1 point for it.
There is no crowd here, so don't expect to cheer for anybody. It's pandemic rules.
And all eyes really on Ingolfsson Melstead.
Yes, indeed, yes, he's hunting down that figure of 9 by Graham Hicks. If he does 9 and equals Hicks, it'll come down to the fastest 9. So there's a stopwatch on this every single rep. Caron, he only has to do 1, and he's the winner of the group. He goes to the final. He's making sure of it. He's holding it there for a long time.
And he's done. Well, Caron, we'll see him in the final.
Yeah, that's he just bought himself a ticket to miss out on the stone off. 8 stones. Either Melstead or Hicks will have to face off against with Bobby Thompson. There's number 4. You know what, Danny? He looks pretty solid, actually. And he's still got 40 seconds to go. Hicksy might get troubled here.
Yeah, no sign of any problem there from Ingolfsson Melstead. Will he get to double figures, though, in the next 30 seconds?
He's on course. This is a decent pace, number 6. But that wasn't exactly convincing. I think the size and the shouts say it all. He's suddenly out of puff. That really took a lot out of his triceps. Let's see what his triceps are like here. Did he get that?
Didn't quite lock out, did he? Well, that's 6, and he's had enough. So Ingolfsson Melstead manages 6 reps.
Yes, he's got the smile of, I'm happy to be here my first year. In a couple of years' time, he won't be so happy with that. He'll be wanting to make the final. But yes, that's Hicks through then.
And that's Caron through to the final, of course. Only needed that 1 lift. Goes through on points, avoids the dreaded stones.
Yeah, and saved a lot of energy as well.
And we bid goodbye to Ingolfsson Melstead. Got to say, it's a tough group for a rookie, especially up against Caron, who's with Eddie now.
Caron, nice, easy 1 rep there, just takes you through to the final. Absolutely amazing performance throughout. You came 4th last year in the final. Are you going to improve on that this year? Are we going for the gold, or...?
Oh, yes, for sure, it's my goal. You know, since many years I try to reach the podium. I think this year is my chance. Now the plan going really well. The plan was to win the 3 first event and take it easy in the last one and make sure I made the final at least, and save energy also. You know, I'm total fresh for the final.
Well, good. Saving up all that energy for that gold trophy. Well, good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
We'll see JF in the final, but who will join him there from Heat 4? It's Hicks versus Thompson in the stone-off, next up on the SBD World's Strongest Man. Welcome back. As egrets stroll upon the shore, there's a mighty battle now in store at the SBD World's Strongest Man. It's a Britain v USA stone-off. Colin and Danny have the details.
Yes, thanks, James. So, marquee event, the stone-off. Two men vying for that one spot in the final. These stones just get heavier and heavier, and you have to lift them onto those plinths.
It's beautifully simple, Danny.
Just like me. And it's Hicks up first, psyching himself up. Shouts yes every time he hears his name. It was a nightmare at school.
Right then, on to the first stone. That's 300 pounds. It goes all the way up to 440 pounds, the last one. These plinths, well, they're not exactly low. Graham's not exactly the tallest, so it doesn't make it easy. Then again, Bobby's not much taller, maybe 2 inches taller. Graham about 5'10", Bobby maybe 6 foot. Now then, on to the fifth stone, and I tell you what, he's looking surprisingly explosive with these stones, Hicksy. Especially after all those logs he had to lift just to get into the stone off. Time's ticking. It's coming down from 90 seconds, so there's 40 seconds in.
This is a great performance from Graham Hicks. And like you say, I don't know where he's found the energy.
He wants his final, his first ever final. He's been chasing it for 8 years now. Here we go, number 7. He's put on a stone that weighed 375 pounds or thereabouts. This one, a cool 400 pounds.
What's he got left?
He's got 20 seconds to do it. That was easy enough. He's got to really get his hips through and thrust it up.
Well, has he done enough?
He's huffing and puffing. I think that the logs finally caught up with him, and Bobby, that's achievable, and he knows it. He's nodding. He fancies his chances here.
Well, Hicks just, he had 15 seconds left, but just didn't have it in him, did he?
With 6 stones and
he was really quick through the 6, I thought. Very impressive. That's 50 seconds for Hicksy there, but he just blew a gasket, and he knows it. Perhaps his fitness, he's just so thick in the midsection, chest. Probably have to diet down to get much fitter.
Well, Bobby Thompson, I think we could tell from his expression, he thinks he's got a shot at this.
But he's also got the advantage of going second now. He knows exactly what to do. He's watched Hicksy do it. He can either go for a fast 6 or plod along and just do a 7th. Stones trumps time every day. What's going on here, Danny? I think a little slip there with his hand.
Doesn't seem happy, but recovered well.
Maybe he's just in one of those, I don't know, you know, sometimes you just get too much pressure on yourself. This is it. This is his big moment. He's about to make the final of World's Strongest Man. He's got to go through the motions, and he seems a little lost here.
I caught him just glancing at the tacky.
That's obviously the number one thing it could be if you're going to have an equipment failure, as it were. The tacky, if it's not timed right, Danny, it's like a pine resin. It can be too greasy, and it takes another minute or two before it's sticky and actually helps you pick them up, or it's a hindrance. It looks like a bar of soap. I think he's got his tacky all wrong.
Yeah.
And now he's just basically trying to pick up greased stones instead of sticky stones. He's doing all right, though. He's starting to catch now, but he's going to have to do all 7. There's no doubt about it. He's already gone outside Hicks's time.
Well, he's got 20 seconds left, and he'll need to pick up 7.
That's number 5. He's got 2 more, and he's only got, what, 12 seconds? He's going to have to pick the pace up, and these are getting heavier. Maybe his tacky's getting stickier, though.
Well, that's it, I think.
That
for
is
Bobby
it.
Thompson. Time's up. 5 stones, and really suffered through that, which delights Graham Hicks, of course.
Yeah, I think Thompson was a little overconfident there. He's just walked into this nonchalant, and just didn't get his tacky and his tactics right. Maybe even his head went once he realised his tacky was gone. Good sportsmanship there from Hicksy, but he's through to the final.
Representing Great Britain, Graham Hicks.
Great work from Hicks.
Did it for you, Kim. I love you.
Nice message for his wife there, Kim. And Hicks has been competing as a strongman 10 years. 6 times he's made it this far to the world's strongest man. For the first time, well, he's made it through to the grand final. And Caron, of course, an 8-time world's strongest man finalist. Well, he is now. And there's a real sense that he could do it. This could be his year. And he'd be the first Canadian to win. And Graham Hicks is the 4th Brit to make it to this year's final. And he's with James and, of course, Eddie right now.
All right, latest man through to the final. It is Graham Hicks. Graham, how do you feel?
Obviously ecstatic, still a bit in shock. Can't quite believe it. You know, this is my 6th world's strongest man, so I'm kind of used to going home today. But I'm hanging around for 2 more days, of competition, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Graham, you've got an amazing family at home, beautiful wife, 3 kids, latest edition, little Jazzy.
Yeah, she's 15 months old.
Yeah, so what does it mean to you to go home, at least now, saying you're going into the final, and hopefully a little bit more than that?
As far as I'm aware, my 6-year-old's still awake, so, you know, I'm going to get on the phone and I'm going to call them. It's pretty amazing, you know. I just want to make them proud, and I think I've made them proud now.
Wow. Graham, outstanding stuff. I know you had quite a serious injury just over a month ago, and you were talking about maybe this World's Strongest Man as a stepping stone event, but you've gone and stepped right into the top 10 in the world. We're going to see you in action in the grand final. Look forward to that. Next time out, though, on Channel 5, we're going to be deciding the final 2 places there alongside Graham and the rest. It's Heat 5. It involves Brian Shaw and Luke Stolman and Terry Holland, so make sure you join us for that. For now, though, to play us out, it's over to Colin and Danny.
Well, thanks, but there's really only one way to play this show out, and that is, of course, with a montage. But what is a montage, Colin?
Why, scholars say it's a montage consisting of manly activities that only the grittiest, most manly men can manage to cram into a series of clips.
Well, let's have one.
Strong Montage, and the Battle of the Beefcakes continues New Year's Eve at 7. Brand new New Year's Day at 9, the life and laughs of a guy who's turned everyday absurdities into a handsome living. Michael McIntyre in his own words.